The time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth, straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent Daily Planet, the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. How's that? Um, this thing about views on this, what I'm doing here, it says I got no views last week, or they'll say I got one view. I don't know. Is it one? Am I including the view? How could it shows one person's watching, it shows zeros watching. Is that because it's cutting in and out? Not sure. Just thought I'd share that. Let's go through the list. So YouTube channel. Been sharing the bed of bread. A couple days ago, shared it with Bruno. The next day, yesterday, shared it with Mr. Mars. 2 straight days we had that, so thought that was kind of fun. Met someone today. He's a coworker, works at another station. Turns out he knows KB, so that's cool. I haven't had anyone say that, and so that's kind of the great person for me to make a connection with. And we have that shared experience of delivering for the post office. So that was nice. Things are coming along with that. Nothing major though. I'm just going to be steady and keep sharing it one person a day till I get to 100. Then I'm going to move on to the next one. That's kind of the goal. Trump's going to thump. Nothing to report there. Merch. I got to talk to Sean at Backfire Moto because I know he has his own shirts. I'd like to go with the person that made the shirts originally. I should have emailed him before I started recording, but as always, I'm feeling a little pressure on time, so I forgot. But I'll make a note on my hand to email immediately following my email. TS. So yeah, because they're gonna have all the, just be a redo for them. They'll have all that they need to make these shirts. They just have to make them again. Rules of engagement. Nothing new to report. For number 4, you will be glorified. Number 5, nothing new to report. Now with Alex and my work, I mean, we're working longer than ever. If we thought we were busy before this last couple of weeks, we are even busier. It's just nuts. So I'm trying to think, what should I do about that? What can be done about that? There's different things I can do. The only reason I talk about it is because, the money's nice, not having time's bad, right? So where do I draw the line, so to speak? Where does anyone draw the line? Can this place be turned around? Because a lot of people aren't too happy about it. Some people are probably ecstatic about it. But it's a lot of work. And we'll just see. I don't expect this week to be any better. So not too much gets done in the way of music except this. This I can do every week. I have Sundays off. So Velvet Ballers, I'm leaning towards making my next song related to that. And I do things in a way that are more for general audiences, but it can be very useful for that endeavor. My Reformation music video. And going back to YouTube channel, I did see Aaron on Friday. I had to go back out and do more mail stuff, so I didn't really get to talk to him, but he didn't say anything right off the bat about the music video concept. I talked to Noah, though. Okay, let me share that. So that's probably the biggest news of the week. So Noah's done matching, like trying to sync lips moving with words. He's done that kind of editing before, so he feels good about doing something along the lines of music video, getting the audio synced up with my lips moving. So that's good. He's on board. That's good. Very thankful. So where I did make that music video, that seemingly could go at a pretty rapid pace. Everything, all the pieces are in place once the artwork's done. So I will work on that as it happens, but it's not happened yet. And now music, I've seen Mark a couple of times working with him. I've got some audio tracks from him. It's cool to have a coworker like that, but he's as busy as me too. But maybe I should just talk to him a little more about what his goals are musically. That's all I'll share about that. Schoolhouse album sales. Here's the album. Here's the shirt. This is also related to merchandise for Goodyear Productions. Working away. So anybody I talk to about my music, I lead with the album. And like I had two opportunities here. I was training someone yesterday, and I met this fellow today, my coworker, and I lead with the album. And if they're not interested, then my backup is to talk to them about A Bed of Bread, Volume 13. And I guess it does come up when you search YouTube. Pretty good. I was pretty successful. So that's good. Finding me on YouTube, because at the mower shop they had the little sign saying YouTube and type in Mike Dynamic, and I don't think you could find me that easy. Audra said I come in right at the top. I think that's a Google search, which is cool. But the YouTube search, it might not happen. So we're working on No Hope I come up. Absolutely. So that's good. So that's all for that. The current events, the things that continue to come up, and they don't seem to stop coming up. And I'm finishing this song today, but it's constant. So now, how would I say it? The man who they would call president, they mean those who wanted to call him president, is trying to say all federal employees will need to get a vaccine. So let's just see what happens. I can share with you that the post office and virtually everywhere is really short of people. Possibly more people would be short. So I don't know what, they're willing to shut down the whole economy. So that might not be enough to get them to not go forward with something like that. Because if you're willing to shut down the whole economy and it's actually shutting down the economy to your benefit, threatening people with you better or you're gone might not mean anything. I mean, they're trying to crash the economy, it would seem, on many levels. So that's happening. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But it's not, the conversation doesn't stop, So I think I'm ready to get back to the rhymes. So the song, again, is called Don't Ax. I will do what I have. I'll finish the last few lines, which are only a few more. I actually had an idea. I always have ideas that are passing thoughts oftentimes. But I'm just going to go with what I have. All right. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't. You vaxxed? Who wants to know? Oh, I'm on verse 2. Sorry, folks. Why, Mike? Why can't I? Well, you could, but I don't think you should. Why, Mike? Why shouldn't I? None ya, that's why. Because we ain't about that. We about this. Live and let live. Tend to your biz. Raise them kids. Sing and give to our Father. For he is. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't. You vaxxed? Who wants to know? King Fouch and the stick squad. Who prefers your bicep to your quad? They running, coming for me, Lord. Syringes drawn, ready to go. This anti-vaxxer still won't show. Got to hit the road and beat at your door. Try as you may, can't ignore, so don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't ask. The goal gotta be control. It's how they roll. This I know. Wanna get back tight with my bro. Seems we still so far to go. The vaxxed and the vax nots dissension. That's the plot. Satan. At the top spot. In this world, for God I have not. That's the song. I will do it, and I will be on to the next one. So let's start from the beginning. How in the world did you do that? That's verse 3, sir, not verse 2. Put verse 2 there. For verse 3. By the way, I'm planning to go to Vegas and maybe Portland before that and try to connect with a songwriter possibly. That's part of not my main reason to be there, but I'm hoping to make a connection. That'd be cool. So it's like this. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't. Why, Mike? Why can't I? Well, you could. I don't think you should. Why, Mike? Why shouldn't I? None ya. That's why. We ain't about that. We about this. Live and let live. Tend to your biz. Raise them kids. Sing and give to our Father. For he is. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell, don't ask. Don't. You vaxxed? Who wants to know King Fauci and his stick squad? Who prefers your bicep to your quad? They running, coming for me, Lord. Syringes drawn, ready to go. This anti-vaxxer still won't show. Gots to hit the road and be at your door. Try as I may, can't ignore, so don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell, don't ask. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell, don't ask. Don't. The goal, gotta be control. It's how they roll. This I know. Want to get back tight with my bro. Seems we still so far to go. The vaxxed and vaxxed nots. Dissension, that's the plot. Satan at the top. In this world, forgot I have not. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. Don't ask. And I won't tell if I got vaxxed. And I'm going to hell. Don't ask. And I'll end it there. Okay. So that's that. We completed that song. That was about 3 minutes on lyrics. Put a nice little paper clip around it. And move to the next song. Did I share? I didn't share my current events, but I think I'll do that now. I don't know why I didn't. Okay, so Mike Lindell, I try to keep up with what he's doing because he's the mover and shaker, flat out. And he's going to have the Cyber Symposium in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, August 8th through 10th. And he's offering $5 million to anybody. And it's, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of tricky to do, but it's kind of smart too. It's good publicity, especially those who are interested in $5 million. So if you're convinced that this election was legitimate and you feel like you can prove it, you'll have that opportunity in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, August 8th through 10th. And you can make your case to Mike Lindell and say, the election was legit. Here's my evidence. Now, I don't know. I'm sure he's been studying this a lot and he's been unconvinced up till now. So I don't know what someone could do to come forward with evidence, so-called, that would convince him to cause him to say, okay, I'm convinced, here's $5 million. Not sure how that would work, but it's a good idea. So the thing about what he's doing, though, is he's, I look at, like, I don't know. So President Trump, we're talking about two different people, two different types of businesses, two different, President Trump's got a family kind of operation that they work on in the businesses they have, and they do campaigns and all that. And here comes Mike Lindell. He's like a one-man thing. I don't know who his confidants are. And this guy just comes out. He's got a business which he owns. And the thing about his business compared to, say, Trump's businesses probably a lot more, they're service-oriented, probably way more, I don't want to say labor-intensive, but certainly more directly involving the customer, I suppose. I mean, Mike Lindell is a manufacturing selling director to the customer, but it's, okay, here's your product, and you're kind of on to the next customer. But whereas President Trump, if he's in the service business, putting on good quality service is an ongoing thing. I don't know if that's just that kind of business takes more time. Obviously, he didn't do any of that while he's the president. But for whatever reason, Mike Lindell's really, his businesses, I'm sure, are doing very well. I'm sure President Trump's business are doing very well. But he's very active, is what I like to say. And he's doing this. And it's kind of like, it's been good, It's funny. I was talking to a couple folks who want Candace Owens to be the nominee for the next go round. And, there's people that were ready to move on past Trump, but Trump's a phenomenon. But I could say that Mike Lindell could possibly do something. He's got something that Trump has, but nobody else has outside of those. The money and the passion, the resources, the passion, and we'll see. You know what I mean? You can just see. I don't know if he could. I know he's been doing rallies, Mike Lindell. I don't know if he could do a rally and draw the way Trump can, but maybe. I don't know. He's not at that stage, but it's interesting to think that there's some, because no other politician can do what Trump's done. He can't just come out here and have rallies that are just selling out. Nobody can do it. Maybe Obama was for a while. I don't know. I guess he was. I don't know that he could now. I don't think people would go. Maybe they would. It's just different. So, you got to have a enthusiastic base of support. But we're going to see what happens, because this is, I'm sure you got like a plan A, plan B, plan C. Yes, we want to reverse the election on August 13th, but let's just see what happens, But it's interesting where they're having it, the core of the country. So just wanted to share that. Okay, so like I said, I think I could do this next song. Maybe I'll combine them. I don't know. I didn't put a ton of thought into my next song, but it's okay. I can always come up with something. And so what I was thinking of, the very first song I thought of, maybe I'll just go this route. I think, what was I going to talk about? I can't remember. Okay, so let's say, I just don't want to say, I just want to give myself a couple seconds here to think for sure what song I want to do. I'm going to go with, okay. I don't want to combine these two songs. So I'm going to start with this, and then I'll go maybe to a second song for a backup that keeps people back. Okay, so, and this is kind of my business project. It's an ongoing project. It's related to building a time machine. The time machine that allows me to fund my music and live life unrestricted by time and space, so to speak. I can be wherever, whenever, due to an ongoing revenue stream, just like a musician, right? That type of walk away type income. So that's great. Who would not want that, right? So the company, I come up with these names while I'm delivering mail. It's kind of like taking a shower all day. You got all this time to think if you're not under duress. You're doing a job, you know what you're doing, you know where the house is, you know where the mailbox is, you could think. And if I'm not having a really, aside from the physical health slight setbacks, it's been all good. So I'm calling this one, like the company's called, Goal Setters USA. I don't know why I capitalized that L. All right. I guess I'll have it structured. I don't have any idea for a hook. I don't really have any idea for anything. So we're just going to start out by, I'm going to start with verses. Because the way I look at it is, if we talk about supporting people, we should lift one another up. One of my favorite lines from the Goads goes like this: "I'll be strong for you, and you be strong for me." You use the term "iron sharpens iron," but mutually supporting one another's goals wherever we can. Positive, uplifting. I think one of the challenges that people have, a natural challenge, is they go through life preparing themselves to make an income and to get literate and all that stuff. But there's not one cohesive, coherent plan. It's all go to this class, go to that class, take this class, take that. Oh, okay, you did that, you do this. Oh, now you get this job and you're running here. You like this job, you want that job. All right. That allows you to have a job. But so I think in the early stages of life, goals are very natural and they've been kind of planned out for virtually everyone. Your goal is to get a good grade on this test. Your goal is to get a good grade in this class. Your goal is to get a good grade in this school so you can get on to the next school. We're going to put you in sports. And in this sport, your goal is to win the game and be part of a team and do that. So it's people learn how to set goals, but they're kind of set for them, right? So you do all this stuff through your life until your final goal is reached, which is oftentimes you get the great job, I suppose. And from there, the goal setting more or less stops. Maybe one of your final goals is to have children, and now the goal setting is transferred from you to them. It's no longer you setting goals for yourself. You're helping your kids, and they're setting their goals. It's almost as if your life's over. That's a terrible way to live life, And for me, I'm helping my daughter set goals, but I myself am setting goals, and I'm looking to be an example, not through helping her only, but by also trying to achieve. So I think it's healthy. It's a good conversation to have. And why not have a theme song for this company? I have other names, Bellevue Ballers. That's always does well at the bank. Whenever my wife goes to the bank, she gets good comments from that. And I like those guys at the bank because sometimes they're getting people in the debt, but a lot of them do want more for their life. And I have a huge appreciation for that, as opposed to people just want to settle for, sort of, could have, okay. We want, hopefully the hope is for everyone to want to always continue to want to improve. Goal Setters USA. Maybe it could be like I'm answering the phone, someone's calling. Goal Setters USA, how can I help you today? And I'm getting these conversational songs going because I have another one, but I just need to talk to this fellow. That should be my next song. I probably won't spend a lot of time on this song, but I have to talk to this guy. He's my new coworker. He's from England. It's actually pretty funny. It's going to be good. And I need his help though. Okay, Goal Setters USA. How can I help you today? Okay, here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to repeat back what the caller is saying. Say you need some direction. Direction. Okay, so I'll just stop with that. That's pretty good. I'm starting to something, but this next one's going to be funny. I'm already planning that out. And I'm changing up what I said originally about the back-to-back songs. I'm gonna push that one back. Till next time, y'all.